So
Okay.
obviously I don't need to keep that. Don't really need to. That just needs to go in the recycling, you know? Like, I don't feel like I need to do anything besides just recycle that, you know?
Right, right.
I don't know. But anyway, it's 2 giant tubs and there's random stuff like that. Like, I don't even know what all's out there. I just know there's a bunch of random stuff that needs to get cleaned up and go away, basically. Go away. So, yeah, just a bunch of random stuff. Plus, it's never a bad idea just, you know, clean up and purge a few things, right?
True.
Never a bad idea. So anyway, Tuesday night seems like the perfect time to do this because trash goes down that night for the next morning. And then Dad's off Wednesdays, so like, you know, if we want to take stuff to the Goodwill or whatever, that's easy to do. And, you know, it just makes sense with trash, though, to do it Tuesday nights, so. Plus, you know, Farm Sim's coming up here, you know, in just over a month, so I wouldn't mind having a little less stream time between now and then. I'm still going to do my normal schedule, I just won't be here on Tuesday nights, that's all. So, not a huge deal.
Yeah, I have a closet I need to clean out.
Yeah, I got one in too.
Yeah, I'm a craftsy person too, and I have. I used to make quilts.
Okay.
And I have a lot of that stuff that I need to just take it to Goodwill.
You know, there's a quilt. What do you even call that? Like a quilt table? Quilt rack? I don't even know what you call it, but it was my grandma's. It was probably my great-grandma's.
Probably a rack. Probably used to put the quilt on it and do the stitching by hand.
Probably.
I didn't do that. I did the sewing machine deal.
It's all wrapped up in like paper, and it's in my garage here.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's like all collapsed, I guess, and then you like open it up.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. It's got some legs somewhere out there.
Right. Yeah.
And that's one of those things. It's like nobody's gonna use that.
No, but I wouldn't throw it out. I would. To be honest with you, you would not believe how many people would want that.
Oh, I'm sure there's people that would want it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying throw it away because it's like it's kind of cool because it was like, you know,
yeah, it's pretty much an antique.
My great grandma's or maybe even older by now. Like I don't really know whose it was to start with. Blogger, what's going on? How are you?
I seen, where was it? I was watching something. I don't remember what it was, but there was a quilt that someone's great grandmother had made, and it was in pristine condition.
Oh,
you know
wow.
how much that quilt sold for?
I have no idea.
Close to $5,000.
Whoa.
For a blanket. And
So,
I'm like,
that's a lot.
okay. I made several quilts. I made both my children a quilt for their beds. I made me one for my bed. Plus, I made a couple for just throw quilts, I guess you could call them.
Yeah, just average. Sure.
So there is a lot of work
that
goes into quilting.
I actually, Kimmy, you may not believe this, but at one time in my life, I was making a quilt.
Oh, really?
I never finished it. I like had the panels sewn together or like not. I had panels, but they weren't ever like sewn together. But I had done a bunch of sewing on it, and like it's in a box somewhere in our basement, I believe. Yeah, Mom was very adamant that her boys were gonna know how to operate a sewing machine.
Oh, my grandmother taught me how to operate a sewing machine when I was like 8.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Well, simply because I wanted Barbie doll clothes, and she taught me how to make Barbie doll clothes.
My grandma used to make Barbie doll clothes and sell it at a craft fair.
Oh, really?
Yep. She used to have tons of that stuff. Yep. Yep. She did that in her like retirement just for fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I took up quilting. Little did I know how expensive it was going to be. That is not a cheap hobby.
No.
But I can crochet and I can knit, so.
I can't do those. I used to do a lot of plastic canvas though, like stuff.
Yeah, I know how to do that too.
I used to do a lot of that. Mom would have these projects, and then she would basically use me as like free labor to do a lot of like the fill-in work or whatever.
Well, I tell you what, there's nothing wrong with a man knowing how to sew.
No.
There's nothing wrong with that. People may laugh at that, but
I don't care.
I mean, my son knows how to sew.
She
He
used
wanted
to
learn, so I taught him.
she used to make these little books that were little counting books for like grandkids and stuff out of that needle points or the whatever you call it, plastic canvas.
Right.
Yeah.
I made coasters out. I had a friend that was a little more craftier than I am.
Yeah.
And she taught me how to do it, and I made coasters.
Wait, your grandma and aunt used to make Barbie clothes? Are we related? Because my grandma and my aunt's mom, or my mom's aunt technically, which like grandma's sister, they used to do all that stuff together. Lots of craft fair stuff. Lots of craft fair stuff around the St. Louis area. So those were the, I don't know. I never got involved in any of it, but I know the grandma used to talk about it all the time. Got a craft show coming up. I don't know how much they would sell, but she would. Grandma actually kind of ran a little sewing business actually out of her condo.
Oh, nice.
My aunt used to work for a place, not the aunt that lives with us, an aunt we don't, associate with much anymore at all. But she used to work at a place where they sold like uniforms and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so, they would sell like lab coats, let's say, for an example. Well, you need the doctor's like name put on the lab coat via like a patch, right? You need a patch sewn up. So grandma kind of started her little thing of sewing patches onto stuff. So for a long time, I mean years, grandma did this. She would get cases of brand new scrub tops or lab coats or work shirts, anything that could have a patch sewn on it.
Mm-hmm.
Cases of this stuff, and she would sit there and sew on a couple patches here, basically in her free time. So yeah.
And I had a lady that lived next door to me. This is back when I lived in Georgia, and she made all her little girls' dresses and stuff.
Yeah.
She was simply amazing. I mean, you could not tell that those dresses did not come out of a department store.
Yeah.
They were just, they were so pretty.
Oh. Interesting.
I can
Baskets
sew a
and stuff.
straight line, but I'm not a great.
Yeah, my GPS is a little off on my sewing machine,
Forgot to set it.
My mom actually used to weave baskets back in the day. Yep, mom used to do that.
Never got into that. I had a sister-in-law that did macrame. I think
Yeah.
that's what it was called.
Yeah.
I never got into that either.
We had the tubs of we used to have all these plastic bins out here in the garage. We used to have this piano in the garage out here that was somebody in the families, but like nobody in our family ever played piano or even touched this thing. But on top of this piano, it was like an upright piano. On top of this thing was just bins and bins and bins of all the different reeds from, for the baskets.
Mm-hmm.
And everything. And I don't know, that stuff sat around forever. And I think it was finally like when mom got sick, dad was like, all right, we got to get rid of this crap. We need room to like clean up this garage because we live in the fantastic city that we live in. When mom was sick and needed a wheelchair ramp to get in our house, we were told we couldn't put one outside unless we like followed all these rules and got permits, and it was going to take like forever to get through the city basically and all this stuff.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And but the guy from the city, he goes, but if you put one in your garage, we can't say anything about it. And we went, okay, yes, sir. Got it. So we had a ramp out here in the garage, so we'd have to bring mom in through the garage and then into the house, which was fine. It actually worked out better this way, but the good old city, got to put their nose in everything,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you have to have permits and you have to have railings and oh my God, on and on and on. It's like, guys, it's 2 steps. Come on, chill out.
Yeah.
Actually, it worked out though, because like on bad weather days when we'd be waiting for the bus to come pick her up to take her to dialysis sometimes, like when our van was in the shop, or when our van got clobbered in that accident, or before we had our van, we'd sit out here and like watch YouTube videos and stuff at the computer.
Yeah.
I can remember showing her one of the first like Falcon 9s that like landed after a launch and stuff, like watching YouTube videos of that or random stuff. But yeah, so it worked out for the better actually to have it here in the garage, because that way if it was raining we didn't have to sit out in the rain, we could stay in the garage. But any hoozles, so yeah, I need to clean out the garage. That's kind of the point of this whole thing is after dinner on Tuesdays we're going to be cleaning out our garage for a little while, so that's kind of, yeah. Plus, like I said, with 25 coming out, I wouldn't mind kind of reining it back just a little bit, having a little more, a little less stream time. Because once 25 comes out, chat, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. So yeah, it's the whole thing. Now I will say, what?
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Go.
Oh, I was gonna say I keep telling myself I need to get in there and start in on that closet. And I never do. It's just like I'll open it up and I'll look in there and I'll be like, oh god.
That's how my living room closet is right now too.
I'm like, why did I let it get piled up? But I moved out of a 3-bedroom house into a 1-bedroom apartment, and I didn't have a place. I've got like 3 sewing machines and a embroidery machine that I don't have anywhere for them.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I think I'm gonna get rid of one of the sewing machines. The embroidery machine, I think I'm gonna sell it.
Can't wait for 25. I can't either. I want it now. And you know, Trent posted today 6 more weeks.
So 6 times 7 is what?
Not enough.
I don't either.
Not enough. Oh, I said not enough. It seems like it's gonna keeps texting me. Oh, okay. Apparently the neighbor lady's coming to Pumpkin Day.
Oh, nice.
She just said, I know, I'll be there. Okay.
Did she invite Mr. Petty?
I don't. I should text her. Be like, did you invite the neighbor guy?
If you didn't, don't.
Please don't. Oh gosh. No, I don't. I'll make sure to talk to her about that. Usually on the pumpkin party days, like I end up eating lunch with them, with her and her husband. They're not married, but husband. Yeah. Usually that's the only time I actually like sit down on pumpkin day and hang out with people is them. So.
Yeah. See, for me, I wouldn't invite someone else to something like that.
Yeah.
Without asking if it was okay.
Yeah.
But I know there's some people that's not
some
like that.
Some people
I'm
don't have that filter.
Exactly. But I mean, now if it was something I was doing, you know, I would invite them. But if it wasn't my deal, I wouldn't invite them.
What am I most excited for? 25. I think I'm excited for like the GPS, the new weather, all the new crops. There's just a lot, man. All the new equipment.
Animals.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really.
That's the most thing that I'm excited for is the baby animals.
Yeah, I don't
Can't
really
wait to see them.
Care too much, but it's nice that we have them, I guess.
I'll get a bunch of cows and let them have babies and just stand there and watch the calves play.
Wow.
But
yeah, there's just a lot of stuff. I mean, I haven't really seen anything that I don't like about 25 so far. You know, like it's all pretty positive so far. I mean, I do hope they work on their server like software a little bit and make that better. We haven't, obviously they won't talk about that. You know, that's not a sales point for most people, you know. But it's just gonna be nice to have a new game. I mean, you know, I played this for over 5,500 hours now, so
it's like this is 3 years old. It's
yeah, it'll just be nice to have a new game. So very excited about it though. Can't wait. I'll be playing it. I'll probably download it live on stream, to be honest. When Steam's like, hey, you know, you have less than an hour, I'll probably hit the live button. We'll just talk and hang out.
Oh, it'd be nice because it'll be different. I mean,
yeah,
got all the new crops that's coming in. And
yep. And like Matt was saying on his stream the other day, it's like, you know, getting back to the basics of, you know, not having GPS or, well, we will.
Right,
but,
right.
You know, not having all this big crazy mod equipment, not having 4X maps, and learning a new map is always a fun thing. And our new maps in this case, like, I don't know that we'll play the Japanese map right away or East Asian or whatever whatever they're calling it, but definitely got to start on the American map and go from there. But it's just gonna be fun to kind of get back to the basics again, and then, you know, wait for mods so we can go back to the way we farm now. But yeah, there's just a lot to look forward to, honestly. Definitely a lot.
What in the world? Okay, my harvester has a mind of its own right now. It don't want to do what I want it to do. Oh, come on. Stop.
You're trying to the crowd.
Yes.
Oh, can't have anything nice, huh?
Like, no, I don't want to go there. I don't want to do that.
All right. Speaking of like new things, do y'all see that Steam controller Matt posted?
Oh, I did. That thing looks neat.
I need one of those. I don't know what that thing's going to cost. I don't even think it's available for sale right now. Because it's technically the Steam controller 2. I don't know.
How did he get it?
I don't think he actually has it.
Oh, okay.
He might, but I don't. Where I was looking around on the internet, I couldn't find one to buy. So, I mean, I'll look around again real fast, but I didn't come up with one to purchase. Because if you just Google like Steam controller, it takes you to like the old one, and I remember a lot of people kind of complained about that, but that thing's also $280, the old one.
Oh, I can only imagine how much this one would be, because
Like,
it has that second component to it.
What, the Stream Deck? Or Steam Deck?
Oh, was that a Steam Deck?
Yeah, that's a Steam Deck
okay.
next to it. I'm assuming that doesn't come with it. You might be able to bundle it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
maybe.
So it looks like this other one came out back in 2015, the original Steam controller. According to the Steam page, but you can't buy it anyway through Steam. Buy it through Amazon?
Maybe.
Buy it. It says there's one left in stock. Buy it right now for $284, but that's the old Steam controller, not that new one he posted. So I don't know, but that thing looks sick.
Yeah.
So I do have some problems with my current controller, so you know. I'm just saying.
I haven't heard you mention that.
The right trigger.
That must have just recently
no,
started.
Nah, it's been since day one on that thing. The right trigger gets kind of sticky sometimes. And it's kind of awkward from time to time, but not that big of a deal. Yeah, if I put it into Amazon Steam Controller 2, nothing comes up. Or, I mean, stuff comes up, but not the right stuff. Nothing that looks like what Matt posted. Let me put it that way. So I don't know when that actually comes out. Maybe I can find something on Google. Steam Controller 2. Steam Controller 2. There's a Reddit page about it. Shocker, right? Wow. Nothing interesting. Ah. Plugger, that's true for you. Yes, sir. You will have to edit all of the equipment that you want to use. Yeah.
I'm thinking the biggest thing that I'm gonna miss is the Insta-Wash.
Yeah.
That is so convenient.
Hmm. Oh, so maybe this thing's not even a thing yet. I don't even know. Anyway, it would be pretty cool. It would be. It's a beautiful controller. October 31st. Is that when it's coming out, Jeff? Okay. Little Halloween treat, huh?
Hey, imagine that right before Farm Sim 25 comes
Yeah,
out.
but see, I don't play Farm Sim on a controller.
Right. I do.
Yeah, and I probably won't. Thanks for that follow. Appreciate you. Welcome in. What's poppin'? But I'm thinking, like, you know, for the next flight sim game.
Oh, true.
For any ongoing SnowRunner operations. That's what I use it for mostly now, SnowRunner.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, I don't know that I'm going to play all the way through SnowRunner, but, you know, there's a lot of SnowRunner to play, right? So,
Yeah.
and the odd time I play Grand Theft Auto or, like, Red Dead Redemption, use a controller for that. So, I don't know. We'll see. We will see. You found an article in Games. I got you. Okay. It looks really cool. How's it going? Welcome in. What's poppin'? Yeah, it looks pretty awesome. I don't know. We'll just stay with the old pink controller for now. Because it does function, and I do have other controllers I could go get from the house. Although it seems like I think every Xbox One controller I own, there's something wrong with it.
Yep. I have 3. I have a blue one, a red one, and a purple one. And the blue and red one are sitting over there on the table because there's something wrong with them. I think it's a button that gets stuck.
Yep.
Or yeah, it's.
Yep, they're disposable these days. Let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be real. But yeah, or you know, I just used to use them a lot and wore them out. Like I know one of my controllers is flat wore out from playing Halo Wars. The right bumper you'd always hit to call all units. I know it's wore out from that.
Yeah.
That was my Halo Wars controller.
When I ordered this computer, I didn't have a Bluetooth put in it. And now I'm kicking myself because I don't have a Bluetooth in it.
For what?
For controllers.
Like Xbox?
Mm-hmm.
You can buy a little dongle. The USB thing that plugs in, and then you sync your controllers to it just like you would to a console.
Oh, okay.
That's how I play. So I got mine. Yeah.
I just have mine wired. It gets in the way sometimes, but
yeah, I got the. So for my, I have one of them, you know, standing desk, right? So I've got a USB hub underneath the desk, like mounted or not mounted, but there's like a tray under the desk.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a USB hub there, and then in that USB hub is the little dongle thing. So it's like, you know, only a couple feet away from, you know, where the controller is when I'm using it. So
right.
never really had the signal issue or anything with it. I used to use those little dongles in for 360 controllers back in the day too. They're not too outrageous. Nice little thing to have. The one thing with the wireless controller though, of course, you still have batteries to deal with.
Exactly.
So I've got the rechargeable, so I just plug it in once in a blue moon, and we're good to go. But howdy, welcome in. What's poppin', by the way? Sorry. Candy colored cheap Xbox controller. What is that? What is that? Oh. Okay. Interesting. See, I don't know. I've always, when it comes to, I got burned back in the day. Like when we first bought our original Xbox, we bought like some Mad Cat controllers or whatever, like third party, right? And ever since those, like we spent our good money on that stuff and it did not last. So ever since those days, like I will not buy a third party controller. The one you can see through. I got you. Okay. That makes sense. But if it's not like an actual Xbox controller, I wouldn't buy it. That's just my personal thing, you know? Yeah, I think they
I'm
were
the same
Mad
way.
Cat. Yeah. Yeah, Mad Cat. Yeah, it was not a... Like, no thank you.
But this purple controller that I have is a Xbox, but didn't cost that much, but
Yeah.
it's lasted longer than any of the other ones have, knock
Oh,
on
wow.
wood.
Gotcha. Oh, it is built by Xbox. Okay. I gotcha. Well, that's cool then. That's cool. So I had a Mad Cat controller for the original Xbox. Get ready for this, chat. The body of the controller was clear, but it had like some rubber grips on it, some like, you know, so you could hold on to it. And then it had a bunch of green LEDs inside of it. So when this controller was plugged in a dark room, everybody was blind because the green LEDs were so bright.
Wow.
It was awful. Yeah. I mean, probably not, Scoot, just because they're expensive. So, no, I probably wouldn't do that. I mean, I don't use a controller as much these days, you know? Like, even that Steam controller, if it's like, you know, more than, I wouldn't want to spend that much money on it, let's put it that way, because I just don't use a controller. You know, somebody say like our buddy Matt or Kimmy, you're on a controller right now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody that plays with a controller all the time, like, sure, you can invest more money in it, it's fine, but like, I just, outside of SnowRunner right now, that's, and the odd time I play Flight Sim, I mean, that's all I use it for. I mean, yeah, coming up with the new Flight Sim, I'll play it a fair bit eventually, but I just don't use a controller very often. So realistically, if it has a sticky right trigger, well, that's just okay. You know, I can deal with that. So yeah. I know one time I had a controller and like, it was brand new. Like literally got out of the package and I dropped it.
Ooh.
And like after that, there was something about it that just wasn't right. And I was so mad at myself. And I didn't, you know, I messed it up. I wasn't going to do like the return thing, you know, and all that. I was just like, well, I messed up. I have to just live with it now. I was a little salty about that, not going to lie. Little salty about that one. I wanted to do one of the Xbox ones back in the day, Scoot, yeah, but I never did. Oh, it's been only announced for Japan, and the price is only $50.
Huh?
That Steam controller. Interesting. Well, hopefully they bring that to the States, because $50 is not terrible. If it's any good. Just saying. If it's any good, $50 is not bad at all. His buddy's not actually gonna. I gotta put my pipe out at the start of the pass, not like at the end. Yeah, it's not bad at all. Not bad. Nice, Scoot. Very nice. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like I said, I used to be more into the whole like Xbox World controller world in general, you know. I'm just not anymore. Keyboard farmer over here, look out. 80-90 bucks a piece. See, it's still not bad. Not bad. I mean, I just saw listings for that OG Steam controller for like $250. Like that I wouldn't spend. I don't think I could justify that.
Not for a controller.
No, but like $100, sure. I could handle that. Put an article in Discord. But yeah, it does look really cool though. Thank you, Jeff. That web page is extremely bright. I'm just saying. I mean, it's basically an Xbox controller with like some extra stuff. So yeah, it would be really cool. For sure. They start at 180, yeah. But again, if that's how you play games, then no big deal. You know, it's no different than a guy getting a wheel and stuff. Like, if that's how he plays games, what we do, you know? Have fun. You know what I mean? Like, no big deal. Is the Steam Deck worth the money? So, I do have a Steam Deck, and honestly, I regret buying it. I shouldn't have bought it, but it was shiny, and there were a couple other people at the time that were going to buy them, so I was like, yeah, I'll get one too. I want to be part of the cool kids club. I should have probably not done it, but I will say, you know, it does function well. Not every game runs on it. Some games will not run on it. Some games that do run on it are a little leggy looking. I haven't used it a ton, so I'm probably not the right person to actually give you a real opinion on it. I just will say that, like, I'm not on the go and like want a game, so it doesn't work for me. Like, I just don't use it, right? Like, it's sitting in my living room, probably dead right now. So yeah. If you're gonna sync through the cloud, sure, you have to have internet, Scoot. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you're hitting the cloud, then yeah, absolutely. I mean, it will sync your like saves and stuff across with the cloud, which is kind of cool, but yeah, I don't know. Like I said, not every game runs on it. I do believe there are some competitors out there to it that, you know, you might want to take a look at too if you're seriously thinking about it. I honestly, the last time I turned mine on was only like a month ago, 2 months ago, something like that. And basically all I did was just download updates. I've got some games installed to it, and like everything was way outdated. So I literally sat in my living room and we were watching Big Brother, and I just let the thing download like 70 gigs of updates or something stupid. It was a lot. It was a lot. But, you know, you'd get that on any device, honestly, if you don't turn it on very often or use it very often, you know? I mean, the battery life's definitely not the best, but, you know, I'm not a big mobile gamer. You know, if I want a game, I'm going to come out here and sit down on the computer. I guess is kind of my theory in life, you know? But definitely do your research on it. You know, watch some YouTube videos and all that stuff for sure. Would definitely recommend that. Now, I know Tom was able to, like, not hack. He actually got, like, Farm Sim mods on his, though, like GPS. I know he was playing Farm Sim with GPS on his. Which is kind of interesting because you have to go in there. There's like an operating system on there, like a Linux-based thing. You have to like go in there and like find your mod folder and stuff. But he was able to do it. So I thought that was pretty cool, personally. Like, kind of funny. But yeah, I don't know. I don't use mine a ton. I'll be the first one to say it. Probably this winter though, I'll use it some. Because I'm not going to lie, you know, when I have to go to family functions, I'm kind of like bored out of my mind the whole time we're there. So I'll probably take it to like Christmas or Thanksgiving, Christmas, maybe New Year's if I go to that. Or I might enjoy the break from gaming too, because I'm going to be playing a lot of games this fall, so that's all right. Oh yeah. I can always play solitaire on my phone, you know? I got that. I got solitaire and I got Plants vs. Zombies on my phone. I love Plants vs. Zombies. What a great game that was. Just saying. Fun game. Played it on 360. Beat it like twice. Good time. It's crazy towards the later levels. Never played that game. It's a great game. But yeah, not like the Garden Warfare ones. I didn't care for that. But actual Plants vs. Zombies. Great. Great game. I think those are the only 2 games I have on my phone, though. Not a big mobile phone gamer. I used to have a farm sim. I don't have a farm sim anymore. But I got all the pizza apps. You guys need a pizza app? I got you. Added myself on that one a couple weeks ago, you know.
Where should I go now? 35 or 18?
Oh, I don't care. Where you want to go next?
Or 29.
That's up to you. Choose your own adventure. What if we do 29, then we switch to corn for a little while?
Okay, that works for me.
Before finishing out the other, yeah, we got other fields, but corn. It's corn. You know, it's got the big clumpy knobs. You know that, right? Mm-hmm. It's got the juice. I need to find a repair shop, too. My combine and header are, like, not okay. In fact, I'm only going 5 miles an hour right now. I didn't even notice. I need to go repair.
I might do, yeah, I'm going to have to go to the homestead and repair and gas up before I go down to 29.
So there's also that stuff over there at that train yard, too.
Oh, I didn't, yep, that's right.
A little easier to get
into.
Yep. Most definitely. Most definitely. Okay. That's interesting about that Steam controller, by the way, not being announced in the US yet anyway. Very interesting. Kind of unfortunate because it looks pretty cool. And it is basically an Xbox controller, you know. Mm-hmm. That's alright. The shape of an Xbox controller just makes more sense to me than the old PlayStation. Saying. Don't get me wrong, though. Anything's better than an NES controller, you know? Remember Nintendo Thumb?
Yeah.
Those were the days.
Or pack-itis.
I have not played that game. No, I typically don't mess with games on my phone, honestly. But no, I haven't played it. No. I do know what you're talking about, but no, haven't touched it. Here we go, hemorrhaging money, Kimmy, huh?
Yeah, I know. $18,000 to fix my harvester.
Oh, wait for this one, Kimmy. Wait for it. Oh, $37,000.
Ooh.
That was for my combine.
Ouch.
Yep. $37,000 for the combine. Good gosh. Tell you to go around the circle and yeah, buddy. He's done with picking up grass on the big field anyway. That's good. 30. Glad we have money today, you know. We don't have to.
Thing we did.
We don't have to brick the save today. Yay. Although if we go negative and we have to delete the save, does that mean we go I can go play Satisfactory?
No.
No?
No.
Dang it. I want it. But Satisfactory.
Yeah.
Actually, the strat is tonight, most likely, after we get done cleaning out the garage.
You're gonna fire up Satisfactory.
I'll probably fire up Satisfactory. Not stream it, though.
Yeah.
Because the... Not steel, but like the iron...
Right.
So, okay, remember we started and like everything was on the grass, right? And then we built everything on the platform above.
Mhm.
Well, everything on that platform above needs to be rebuilt. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Uh-huh.
That's a lot of rebuilding.
Well, okay, maybe not all of it, because like copper, we already like took the copper off that platform and took it to a different place. And then like concrete, I think I want to build just a concrete factory somewhere too. So it's gonna come off that platform. But all the rest of that stuff, the screws, the rods, the plates, the reinforced plates, like all that has to get rebuilt. So I'll try to be eventually yeah. Like I said, I kind of want to play some Satisfactory with, hopefully a couple of the guys are around that I play Satisfactory with, right? Maybe. We'll see. So, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's the plan for tonight. I'll try to be around eventually. Do something for dinner. I'm not sure what we're making yet, but something for dinner. Probably pancakes tonight.
I had pancakes for breakfast this morning.
And then come back, or clean in the garage, and then come back. Eventually. Pancakes for breakfast, are you?
Yep.
Yeah, I know, Scoot. There's been something. I know. I've been meaning to talk to you about whatever it is for a while, so I'll try to be around. I'll try. But we'll see. I may have opened up ER and then just disappear. You know, you never know. And 5 hours later, oh, I'm still watching ER. Whoopsie. It happens. I got you, Scoot. I got you. But yeah, that's sometimes, man, that ER it'll get you. Definitely get you. That's all right. See, I want to take this whole like garage cleaning a step further, and I actually want to build like a bin rack, let's say, so something you can put all these like bins in, and you maybe even make the bin rack mobile, put it on wheels, and then like, you know, right now, the other day I was looking for something in the garage and I found like 4 sprinklers. So you can put those in a bin and put them on the rack, and then you know where they are when you need them, you know? Yeah, or like, you know, just maybe all the Christmas lights stay in bins and stay home instead of going back to the farm. Although bins are easier to haul than like, you know, the wireframe deer or the snowmen or something like that, which I don't even have a clue how we're getting the snowmen home this year, because normally we lay those in a enclosed trailer. I'd have to lay them on a regular trailer and strap them down this year. I don't like that idea because they won't fit in the truck. They're too big for that. No, I don't know how that's going to happen this year. But basically, I want to make the front of the garage like a Christmas light storage facility and make like some shelves and some racks and stuff, like, you know, have a home for the arches. You just walk in and boom, put the arches up on their home, like on a shelf basically, and then you're done. You don't have to touch them for another, what, 9-10 months kind of thing. I think that'd be slick personally, but that's just my opinion. What I really want to do is find a new place for my setup, like, you know, either over at like in my buddy's house. I've talked to him before about like setting up in his basement, and he's cool with that on a temporary basis, of course. And then got this entire garage and start over. Pops is not about it though. I'm saying like take all the drywall down, take all the little bit of insulation that's in the walls now, take it all out, get rid of it, start over. Nice insulation, lots of it, you know. Just do the whole thing. Do the whole thing. Maybe add some electrical out in this garage. Not a lot of electrical out here. But we've talked about that in the past too. But he's not about it, so not much I can do about it when he's just not about it. So it is what it is. All right, so Kimmy, you're over on 29 now.
29. Mm-hmm.
So I guess we need to change your
A wagon.
yeah, I got a problem over here though. Apparently we've been harvesting this whole time and we've filled the mother bin now.
And you don't have any trucks picking up.
And I guess our truck hasn't been taking it away.
Oopsie.
There we go. So, well, you know, the mother bin's full. My wagon's sitting here full. Well, if you want to know how many beans it can fit in a mother bin, apparently it's two and almost three fields of ours. Yeah, okay. You know, I realize now that I haven't seen the truck run to the homestead at all, and I guess I know why.
Yeah.
Oh well, it happens. It'll buff. But I could use a what's it called, an auger wagon here before too much longer. Good thing they're soybeans, low yield, huh?
Yeah.
Although we would have noticed a long time ago if it was like the card. All right, we got a truck moving now. We'll be okay. It happens. Well, your wagon was the first thing moving from the field over there, so
Okay.
he'll probably fill up. He'll get to you eventually. Whoopsie. Hate when that happens, Jeff. So I need to devise a plan for family Thanksgiving, by the way. Okay? Need to think about this a little bit, right? Because it's, you know, Farm Sim will be out. Obviously, Farm Sim comes out on the 12th of November. Family Thanksgiving, if we do it on Thanksgiving, which we typically do, that's the 28th. So
Right.
I'll still want to be streaming. Technically, I'll probably, like, you know, I'll stream Farm Sim a bunch, then I'll take a little bit of a step back during the days at least to get finished Christmas lights, and then probably after Thanksgiving, we'll ramp things back up a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe do some bonus stuff and whatever, just kind of have a new schedule for a little while. But I got to figure out a way to, like, go to family Thanksgiving, but not stay, like, all day. Just, like,
Well.
show up for food, look at some ads of things I won't go to stores and buy, and then leave, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's always a big thing at our family Thanksgiving. I don't know about anybody else, but we'll go and, like, buy the paper with all the ads, you know, for Black Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And then usually we'll, like, pass them all around the table after we eat. And then, like, you know, we'll talk about all the things we're not going to buy. And that's pretty much that. A great time. Really, like, family bonding moment, you know?
Yeah.
Or something like that. Yeah, it's a good time.
Well, I mean, you're gonna have to get Pops on board with that leaving stuff, or first time.
Yeah. Maybe we can, like, first time we'll have to come home to use the bathroom, you know, or something. Yeah, he's kind of known for that, so. You never know. It could be like that one year where, like, Casey and I were working on Christmas lights all Thanksgiving Day that one year. And we literally showed up at my sister's house as she was, like, putting food away.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And we're just like, hey, you know, let's grab some plates. And so we like ate, and then it was already, like, late. So we were only over there for like 2 hours maybe. Typically Thanksgiving dinner is like a little earlier, like, you know, 4 or 5-ish usually, 4:35, somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm.
But we showed up to her house at like 6, 7, something like that. I think it was pretty much dark by the time we got there that year. So, whatever, it happens, right? But we got the light display done, and that's all that mattered because Grandma wanted to see the lights. So we had them done so Grandma could see them. And that's what mattered that year.
Exactly.
So nowadays we don't really do the big reveal like we used to. Because Grandma used to come up, we would always go get Grandma for Thanksgiving for the last many years of her life, and she lived about 45 minutes away, so it was kind of a thing. And so we would always have like a big unveiling party after the Thanksgiving meal. If Thanksgiving was here, we'd all just go outside, but when we started having it at my sister's house, everybody would drive here, and then I would flip the lights on. We'd look at the lights for a couple minutes, and she'd go, "All right, let's go." She's ready to go home.
And she's in the lights. She's ready.
Yep, she was ready to go home. 45 minutes. So we did that a lot of years. Actually, before we had like the technology to turn on lights, remotely.
Mm-hmm.
The one year I can remember, my buddy Casey helped me because I had 2 spots in the basement I had to turn lights on from. You do Thanksgiving lunch? Gotcha. But I went to the breaker box, and then he went to another spot in the basement, and I can remember screaming at him. I think we were on the phone with each other even in my basement. And it's like a 3, 2, and like flip the breaker. He flipped where he was at. Yeah. So up until like, I guess it's been probably 6 years now. Up until then, like I never got to see the lights actually turn on because I was always the one in the basement turning them on at the breaker box,
And you're the one that did all the hard work.
Yeah. And so now I can just, hit a button on my phone and turn them all on and off. Or for the most part, all of them. Not quite all of them, but yeah. Those ones that are controlled from the Lightorama boxes, I don't know how to control those from my phone. I don't think there's a way. Unless I have remote access my computer from my phone, which can be done. And then basically enable the little schedule thing, but I couldn't get that synced up with the rest of them, so. It's close enough, to all of them, so it's okay. Well, actually, I wonder if I could just run. I wonder if that works. I need to try that. Typically, to the Lightorama boxes, I leave power to them like all day, all night kind of thing. Once they're plugged in, I leave them on. And then the computer program tells them when to like flash, right? I wonder what happens if I just turn the power off to the boxes, but like the schedule's calling for them to run. I don't know if, I bet you that'll like throw an error. That won't work. I'll have to try that. That or I need a lot more. I need 32 more remote like timer switch things. And then I could put them on the outputs. Oh, that wouldn't work because they would be turned on and off constantly. Yeah, that wouldn't work. Never mind. I don't know how to do that actually then. I'm sure there's a way though. There's always a way. Alright, I really like that mod. I'm telling you, that's a cool little mod. Every time I unload my combine, I look down there like, that's cool. Just saying. Yeah, typically on Thanksgiving, like back in the day when I was growing up and stuff, we would get up and watch like the parade. And then usually about the time the dog show would come on, that's when it was time to get up and like get some breakfast. And then pretty much start like baking pies and stuff like right away. If we were gonna bake pies that day, that's when we would do them. And
I
actually,
always did my pies and cakes the day before.
yeah, we started doing that too. Yeah, they're better after they sit a day. Kind of like lasagna. It's never the best. It's always better the second day or third
Well,
day.
that kind of freed up your oven too for the turkey and whatever on the day of.
See, we started doing turkey the day before too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yep, we would do turkey the day before, and then we would actually throw it like in tin foil in either like a broiler pan thing or sometimes like in a steamer. And, you know, kind of keeps it from drying out. So we did that a lot, yeah. Because Dad typically does the turkey. Like some other people have tried over the years, but it's... Although last year my brother, he smoked some turkeys.
Uh-huh.
And that was okay.
Have you ever deep fried a turkey?
One time. Yep, we did it one time. That thing was so raw.
Oh, really?
It had to go back to the fryer. Yep, it was twice fried turkey because the first time it was nowhere near done. Yep. Brother that lives in Texas was all about that years ago. And, you know, I don't think he did like a practice turkey.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was just like day of turkey. Not the best idea.
Well, there's a lot of people that swear by that. They say it comes out really juicy and...
Oh, it was good. It was definitely good, but after it fried for the second time. Because that first time, it was not anywhere near done. So, yeah. You know, a practice turkey's not a bad idea when you're doing something like that for the first time.
Right.
Kind of like how I wouldn't mind somewhere in the next couple... I want to do it before Farm Sim. I wouldn't mind making like a cherry and a pumpkin pie as a practice for the big day, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's another thing, you know, I'll be trying to put up Livestream, Farm Sim, and we have to stop and make pies for Thanksgiving because Dad and I make the pies, so yeah. Which really doesn't take us that long, and honestly, he bakes them. I don't typically bake them. Usually I'm outside working on lights. I'll help him get them in the oven and that kind of stuff. And once they're in the oven, usually he takes over. Except for that one year, a couple years ago, the heating element went out in our stove, in our oven that day.
Oh, no.
We're baking the pumpkin pie, and they usually take forever, right?
Yeah.
Because we always, you know, poke it with the knife, right? And see if the knife comes out clean. And so I'm doing that like 45 minutes in. I'm like, man, this thing is not... was he not driving toward to you?
He's acting strange. He, I was completely full, and he only half emptied me, and then he took off on his little merry way.
They want you to like get going again. It's kind of weird. Most likely he'll do the same thing to you now. I got the second wagon. Well, he'll be en route. He's gonna go empty first, but he'll be back. And then, yeah, big deal.
I was gonna go ahead and cut a land, but I need to get empty first because I'm almost full again.
Yep. So we're baking this pie for like 45 minutes. And like, man, this thing is just a bowl of pudding still, you know? And finally, I'm like, you know, going to check the temperature. I'm like, the oven's not even hot. Like, put my arm in there, you know? I'm like, it's not hot. 15-pound turkeys an hour. Gotcha, Jeff. And so finally, I like checked the temperature on the oven, and it was like, you know, 110 degrees in there. And I'm like, this is not going to cook this pie.
Well, it might, but it would take forever.
So we ended up turning on the broiler. And I didn't know, I've never known this when it's got the digital, it's got the buttons on it, right? The stove. You can hit broil and it instantly goes to 500 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
You can turn that down. I never knew that. So we were broiling at like 375 or 400 or whatever the pie called for. I didn't know that. And I think we may have taken the pies out when it like heated the oven back up, but once it got up to temperature, it kept it pretty good, you know. It was like a $27 part to replace the heating element out of the stove.
Yeah.
Kind of made for a long day of baking those two pumpkin pies. Because they took like 2 hours. They were slow roasted. It's fine. So, like, kind of thought I was going to have to call up my buddy Casey and be like, yo, turn your oven on. I'm coming over.
Yeah. Coming over with the pies.
Yeah, but he wouldn't care because typically he goes to our Thanksgiving anyway, so. Or for the most part. I don't think he did last year. I don't know if he will this year. His parents are back in town, so. Maybe we'll have them all over. Maybe that's what we should do. That might be a lot, though. Maybe not. That's it. I'll invite them over because they're kind of like my second family, right? And then I'll only be there for a few minutes. Like, I'll dip. That would, yeah, be something I would do. Oh, goodness. I think we've had Casey's mom to Thanksgiving before. I think she was in town once. Like when they lived in Florida. And we had her like come over for dinner. And stuff. Alright, Kimmy, you cutting the land? You are. Okay. Well, I see some skippers down there.
Yeah, the head just didn't pick it up.
I know, it's
one of those spots.
It's like a bowl, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's
It'll
right.
be got before we leave, so it's not really a skipper yet.
Caution, pie in the oven. Right now? I hope not. I don't, no offense, but like I don't trust my aunt to bake a pie. She's the only other one in the house right now, so. I don't trust her. No, thank you. It'll either be raw or burnt to a crisp, so. What's going on? Welcome in. What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Scoot says, Kimmy, that's why we can't have nice things.
What's that? What did I do this time?
It's not you, it's the field.
Right.
I'll
Exactly,
defend you on
Scoot.
this one.
You should know that. You've done this plenty of times.
That truck is still running, by the way, to catch up to us.
Right.
Whoopsie.
Oh well.
It'll buff.
We'll catch up sooner or later.
Yeah, he's got a short run, and I mean, these longer passes are definitely going to help us get full faster, but it's okay. It's still soybeans, you know? For the record, all of these soybeans are going to be turned into diesel fuel. That's what all these are going to be turned into. Lots and lots of diesel fuel. So, yeah. You betcha. Not helping you climb the list. Wow. Oh.
Oh, you're already number 2, Scoot. You can't go any higher than that.
Gotcha. Yeah, there's no buns in the oven around here, okay? Just saying. Wait. Are you saying that would be a bad... Never mind. How dare you?
Who, for me?
Oh, for me. Like, I had somebody.
No. Oh, no, that would be great.
Yeah, right.
You were going to be a papa. But
Sounds like a
no,
challenge.
around mine, no. I don't need any more little
Gotcha.
rugrats.
All right.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I love my grandchildren, but
I've always heard the best part about grandchildren is when they go home.
exactly.
I mean, nieces and nephews, kind of the same thing, you know? I can be the uncle, you know, to get them all jacked up on Mountain Dew and then send them home. It's great.
I used to do chocolate, then send them home with mom and dad.
I never gave them Mountain Dew for the record.
Now?
Yeah, chocolate, candy. Oh yeah, my nephew, the one that lives in Texas now, when he was a little guy, he loved M&Ms. Yep. We used to babysit him like, I don't know, a couple days a week. And if he was doing something and you wanted him to like just chill out, just get some M&Ms out. He loved them.
Well, my first grandchildren were a set of twins, so
yeah.
Double trouble there.
Yeah.
And you didn't take one if you didn't take both, because they
sure
refused to be separated.
Yeah, I can see that.
I went and got them one day and brought them to my house. Unbeknownst to me, my daughter-in-law had fed them red Kool-Aid.
Oh.
Oh yeah, man, they were wired. Oh my Lord. I called my son and I said, "You need to come get these children." And he said, "Why?" I said, "Because they're bouncing off the walls." And he said, "Well, why do you think?" And I'm like, "What kind of drinks do you give them?" And he's like, "Well, they had some Kool-Aid." And I'm like, "What kind?" He said, "Cherry." And I'm like, "Don't ever give them cherry Kool-Aid
Nope.
again."
Don't give them any Kool-Aid, probably.
Well, they
Goodness.
always did the sugar-free, or usually they gave them like the juicy juice or Hawaiian punch, stuff like that.
Gotcha.
But yeah, man, that was just that was awful.
Talladega, huh, Sean? Nice. Very nice. Chocolates. Halloween. Oh, wow. Interesting. There was this kid. We were friends with this family in the neighborhood back in the day. And they had an older, or he had an older son. And I was kind of friends with him, but like he was only here, you know, every other weekend kind of thing. But like my sister was kind of a nanny for like their younger one and stuff. So like we were close with the family. And the one year we were trick-or-treating with them. And it's like, you know, we were probably like early teens, like me and some of my buddies. And then like, I think the mom and the dad from that family, but they had like the kid in like a wagon. Like he was a little guy, right? And every house they went to, he would just open the candy, or somebody would open the candy for him. So by the end of the night when he got home, and we only trick-or-treated a couple streets, but like by the end of the night when he got home, he had no candy left because he ate it all, right? And the parents just like let it happen. They didn't care. And so for apparently though, for like days after that, all the time he would go out to the garage to where his wagon was and look for candy. And he was a little guy. He was less than 3 probably. And yeah, he was all about his candy. It was pretty funny. I want to say he was like a lion or something. And by the end of the night, he was just a cookie monster, a chocolate monster, you know.
I would have been afraid of him getting sick. Oh.
I'm looking back on it now. Yeah, it was really dumb, but at the time, well, they just didn't care. It's like, whatever. Okay. I'm sure he had a tummy ache after that, yes.
I would think so.
I would definitely think so, yeah. It was the whole thing. What?
I just always made my kids wait till they got home. Before they opened up anything.
I gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah, we used to wait. See, because of the age difference in our family, you know, between my siblings and I, so when we used to come home with Halloween candy, we would set up an auction. We would sell candy to the older ones. We would trade some candy amongst ourselves too. But we would sell candy. I can't tell you how many times I'd come home trick-or-treating and I'd set aside, like, you know, if I got a bunch of one thing, I'd set some of those aside for me, and then the rest of them were on auction, basically. Sell them to the older siblings, you know.
Yeah, my kids never did that. They would just like trade off. Like if my son didn't like something that my daughter liked, you know, they'd just trade.
Yeah, we would do some of that too, but yeah, there's such an age difference in my family, so yeah. Remember, there is 7 of us kids. So
true.
It's kind of a thing. And I got over 90%, so now he's not gonna come empty the combine.
Yeah, I don't. Well, mine's coming up this way. I'm hoping he will empty me.
Well, once you get below 80, you should be able to turn thresher on and go. And hopefully he'll run with you. We're also still just kind of cracking the field. Once you get the field really opened up, it seems to work better, you know?
Yeah.
It's the whole thing. All I know is there's going to be a lot of beans off this field, and that's good because it means more diesel fuel to sell. I think money is going to just not be as much of a problem as it has been now, you know?
Yeah.
We're not trying to buy.
Don't need any more cows.
Don't need any more cows. Yeah, 4,000 cows is enough.
All right, buddy. Come on. Come on. Okay.
I guess. I don't know. I guess it's enough. Oh, I was hoping to make this. I'm not going to make this, am I? Nope. All right now. The other problem is when you're full with 27,000 on these combines, the unload rate on these combines, I think has been turned up slightly. I didn't want it cranked up too much because then it's just completely unrealistic, right?
Yeah.
So, kind of takes a minute to unload.
Yeah.
That's all right. It's worse than corn. Not as bad here on soy. All right, glad we fired up that last little bit. Tell him to go, and we'll just go get started out in the middle, and he's gonna go for a lap. And it's all good. All right, put the pipe out and steal Kimmy's auger wagon. Dang it, you put your pipe out first, didn't you? Dang it. I was really hoping to steal it.
Why, is yours full?
He went for a circle. He'll be back. Oh, you're only at 20% though. Okay. Good. Where did mine go? Yeah, he'll be back in a minute. It'll be fine. It's all good. I was trying to be a
out because I figured by the time he gets to me, I'll probably be about 50% full.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad idea just run auger out the whole time, honestly. I mean, especially when you're in like corn, which we'll be in a little bit.
Yeah, and that's going to be fun because they don't like those fast hits.
No.
They have a hard time keeping up with us.
Yeah, we'll have to get a lot more of them out too. A lot more wagons. Which is fine. What's our weather today, chat? This is what brings on the whole cleaning out the garage like now, is the weather too, by the way. Because, it's only 73 right now, so like...
that's nice weather.
Even right now, we could work in the garage and not like sweat to death. So...
What it is here.
That part of the garage is not conditioned. Oh.
Here we're 78.
That's still not bad, not bad.
That's
Technically,
our high for today.
If I cranked my air conditioner down and turned the fan speed up really high, like some of the air would make it out to that part of the garage. So it would help it. That's all right. It's all good. So chat, we're going to do some forestry work. I don't want to say logging. Because we're not going to do logging.
Today?
I don't think we're going to do it today. But eventually, because I don't have my stream deck set up for it yet. So, you know how you have to, like, to run that stuff, you have to use, like, your mouse button and then, like, a direction?
Yeah.
Well, on the keyboard, you have, like, N and M, J, and K that are basically the same functions, right?
Right.
Well, looking through the farm sim controls the other night, I never realized, I was the other day years old when I learned that you can hit Shift, J, and N, and K, and M, and that gives you, like, your right mouse button for those same controls.
Ah. Okay.
I never realized that, and then I think you might have to do Control Shift to get, like, both mouse buttons, basically, right? I never knew that that was a thing until I was looking through the other day. Well, that's just a hotkey is all that. I can set up a hotkey on the Stream Deck. So I haven't done it yet, but I can set up my Stream Deck to completely run that yarder And so instead of having to like move my mouse a whole bunch of times, I can just reach over and push a button to
okay.
send the cable out or bring the cable back or lower it or raise it or whatever. I can just hit a button. I don't know if you've seen that yarder, have you?
Yeah, I seen it on Matt's.
Matt stream? Okay. It is really, really, well, there it is. It's really cool. So I'm not like good with it or anything, but the cool thing is the clamp, the jaw, has a strap too. You hit like the L button and you get you a strap like on a trailer. So that, you know, you can actually, I guess you can hold the trees in there fairly well. I haven't seen it enough to actually know yet, so I haven't used it. Unfortunately, I missed Matt messing with it. He messed with it like Saturday, I think, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't up early
Saturday.
enough to watch that. Unfortunately, I missed it, but I guess it works for him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the hope, is to mess with that. I want to get into some wood chipping. I do actually have a production that could use wood chips. If we decide to go that route. If not, we can just straight up sell them just for funsies.
The chip brings good money too.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, if we want to have 10,000 pigs, it's gonna...
Oh, Lord, are we going for pigs now?
We
well,
might.
I guess that's the last thing to go, because we've got all the other animals.
We might, but it won't be 10,000.
I hope not.
Just saying. No.
That's a lot of stinky little pigs.
Yeah. I don't know what the pig barn even holds. Pig barn holds 500. TV's pig barn.
Ah.
That's not terrible. I don't know, maybe a couple of them. A couple dozen. Huh? I don't know. Too late, Arnie said. Sean, I don't know. Where would you put that many cow barns? We'd have to edit that cow barn to hold like a lot more. That's what you'd have to do. But yeah, Kimmy, you just stole my auger wagon. How dare you? How rude. Harry, Kimmy stole my wagon. How rude, right?
How dare she?
That's my point. Is the server broke too?
Nope. I'm loading in now.
No way.
Good. Wondered where you were. Did you have to get your files all straightened out?
No, I was doing very complicated chemistry homework.
Gross.
That I won't bore y'all with.
Please, yeah, don't. I mean, please, yeah. No, don't. Actually, no. So how's the homework? You get it done?
Yeah, I got it done. It's just a pain in the butt.
Well, guess what? Your auger wagon decided it didn't want to come to me. It's going to go over there to you.
You were closer to my auger wagon when you put your pipe in. That's all it was. We just switched. No big deal. Well, we're doing the great harvest here, Harry. So currently over here in 29. Last night while I was streaming SnowRunner, Dan started the forage harvester and got 32 completely done last night, overnight.
Jeez.
So yeah, completely done. Oh, we need to harvest the olives too. Forgot about them.
Olives, corn.
Yeah, we got lots of stuff to do yet. Apparently we need to buy 10,000 pigs too.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
It's only 20 cow barns.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Where are you going to put them?
I don't know where I'd put 20 cow barns, to be honest. There's nowhere. You'd have to just like take field 41 or something. 20 cow barns? There's no way. Sean, I'm not doing it. Sorry. Not sorry.
No.
Oh, and then that dude's just like leaving. He's not even going to drive to me. That guy literally drove over here and then just left.
Yeah, they have their own agenda today for some reason. I don't know. Mine has done that too.
About to go hire the all 8 of them. you know, at least one of them will come to me then, right? Gosh.
One would hope.
Yeah, you would hope. Definitely think so. That's okay. Actually about to go take my break. About that time.
Yep.
You want me to jump in on 29 with Phil, or you want me to start 31?
You can jump in. Well, 31's a different crop.
Okay.
Probably 29. What we were gonna do was do 29 and then switch to beans or to corn.
Okay.
So
I'll head
either
over
30
there.
or 31, yeah. So that's what we were gonna do first. So either one, whatever. 20, no, not 20 cow barns, 20 pig barns. Sorry, if I said cow barn, that's not what I meant. 20 pig barns would give you 10,000 pigs. That sounds awful.
It does sound awful.
Can you imagine the amount of root
And
cropping you'd have to do?
Oh gosh, yeah, because they take beets and
Uh-huh.
oh my goodness, they take so much.
Oh, it would be awful. $500, Sean. So 500 if you know, yeah, it would take 20 of them. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Could you imagine all the manure from the
Oh
pigs?
my goodness.
Oh my, holy crap.
Oh my.
Oh, yeah.
That would be a lot, yeah.
But think of all the money we could make off the manure, though.
Okay, we the chat. We the jury. We just got we the chatted. Sell it for no less than 2,000. That's still 8 barns.
Yeah.
Where am
Don't
I
think
gonna
you
put
really
8?
have room.
Where am I gonna put 8 cow barns, Sean? Oh my goodness me.
I'm looking.
Where's the pig food maker? I know that's on here somewhere. Yeah, here we go. So first off, this thing would not keep up at all. And actually, Kimmy, this wouldn't be bad. It's wheat, soybean, and sugar beet.
That all?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
That's
sorry,
not bad.
John. 2,000. Yeah, that would be 4 barns, not. Yeah, my bad. 4 barns, not 8. Yeah, you're right.
I just don't see a space big enough, though.
Yeah, guys, sorry I misspoke. Or canola, or sorry, that's barley, corn, potato. I'd do the sugar beet one. I'd do the sugar beet recipe would be the one I'd go with. Or maybe the cut beet one, actually. Either one. Regular beet one does 1,440 cycles a month at a 1,500 output. So that would be the one to go with.
Okay, first of all, if you had that many pigs, we're talking about 32 planted in sugar beets.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, on a weekly basis.
Yeah. No, thank you. I don't mind doing sugar beets, but that's what your whole stream would consist of. Sugar beets.
Sean is
Every
trying
week.
to break the server for the final time in 22. Sean, we have time to go. And these cow barns are not cow barns. Pig barns are cheap too. $164,000.
That's not bad.
I don't know. But Sean, we still have, what is it? 6 more weeks. We got to play this, Sean. The Star Wars game coming out remastered on the Switch. Really interesting. See this little fill level, chat. I know I keep harping on it, but like that guy's 96% full, so I'm just gonna keep him here until he's full. Like normally I would put my auger away and let him go somewhere else, but I might as well just keep him, fill him up, and then wish him good luck. I really like that mod. Day one
That
from
mod
some
is pretty
25.
cool.
Hello. Oh, that mod is pretty slick. Need somebody that we know to convert that for us. Probably won't be a thing, but it would be cool. I like it. Man, it is perfectly sunny outside. Not a cloud in the sky right now. Awesome. Looks awesome. 99%. Oh. Let's go. Oh, look. He's thinking about it. All right, there you go. He's full. Today is Jimmy Carter's 100th birthday.
Yeah, I seen that on Facebook, but it didn't say how old he was, but I knew he was getting close to 100 or
yeah.
100.
I'm
He has.
kind of surprised that the man's still alive.
I am too, because, you know, his wife passed away
Yeah, a while back.
sometime this year.
Well, and they
But,
put him in hospice forever ago at
Oh,
this
yeah,
point.
he's been in hospice for quite a while now.
And usually when they say hospice, you don't have that much time left, so.
Yeah, usually.
Crazy. Sean, I know it's break time. I know. I'm going to put my combine up here on this northern part, I guess, and I'll just hit the H button. So, Harry, just so you know, if you go away, I won't be synced up on GPS up here, unfortunately. All right, we'll hit the old H button here, chat, and the H button. Don't use that very often. I'll be right back.